Hello vinyl community, this is Mike with TCAT's Deep Vinyl Tracks, and I'm doing a video today, contest entry. This is for Lloyd Boon's World of Music 2 channel. Now, those that don't know the story, Lloyd Boon was previously a VC member, but his account got hacked or something like that, and he lost all of his videos, so he had to go back in and start a new channel. And he's doing a push to 100 subs. I think he's already got to that point, but it's a good contest. I think it's really a very good idea as far as bringing out names of some people we think are not being represented very well in the vinyl community that really should be. So he's got two questions, and this contest actually runs until the end of November, so you got plenty of time to get in there and put in an entry. But like I said, he's got two questions. The first one is to show at least one album from a predetermined list of artists. Now, in his contest announcement video, he tells you what artists he would like to see put or shown, and you must show at least one album from one of those artists that he mentions. They're all singer-songwriters that don't get a lot of representation here in the vinyl community. So I pulled out every album of every album of those that he mentions on the list. I don't have all the artists he mentioned, but I do have a couple. And I'm just going to show those real quick. He talks about Carly Simon, and she is a great singer-songwriter. I do have her Boys in the Trees album. I think this is one of her best albums. Very great album. Has a song You Belong to Me on it, and there are probably a couple of others you might recognize. But yeah, very good album there by Carly Simon, Boys in the Trees. Janice Ian is on the list, and I've got three of her albums, including Between the Lines, which I think is probably her best, but every one of them shows her great talent of being a singer-songwriter. This one has At 17 on it, and In the Winter. Both of those were singles off of this particular album, and very, very good album. And also, I've got Miracle Row, another great album from her. And I don't know if any of these, I don't remember if any of these were hits or not, but they're still very good songs. And Night Rains is the other one I have from her. Another one on the list is The Hollies. I do have one album by The Hollies, and some of their later stuff is really, really good. I really enjoy it. This one is Distant Light. This one has Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress on it. Very good album. One of my favorites by them. Nice artwork on it too. There's the inside and the track list there. And the last one I have of the ones that he mentions is Linda Ronstadt. This is her retrospective album. Really like this album because it has a lot of her earlier works, some from the Stone Ponies and some of them from her solo albums. You can see there what's on it. Great double album, and for me, I think it has her best songs on it. Now, the second question is to show a series of albums from under... I'm sorry, I got that all messed up. Show some albums from an underrated, what you think is an underrated band on in the VC, one that doesn't get mentioned enough. And I pulled out, let's see, four. First one is a great band. I think they're one of the best singer-songwriter style bands out there. That is Band of Horses. This is their album Infinite Arms. Great album. I don't understand why this one isn't as popular as like albums from Wilco and some of the others. This is great, got some great harmonies on it, some great songs. This one was kind of a move from their usual style to more of a, I guess, accessible sound. Still a very beautiful album and one that I highly recommend. That's what the inner sleeve looks like. Another one that's been around since the 80s that I really love the vocalists on this one. There are two vocalists. And this album is just great. I don't know why it's not shown more often, but it's Cock Robin. I know not too many people talk about this one, but I just think it's an excellent album. Excellent vocals, great lyrics. When Your Heart Is Weak is the big major single off of this, but I think all the songs on here are just great. The vocalists are just superb, especially the male vocalist has quite an amazing voice and quite an amazing range too. So one I highly recommend. If you see it, you usually see it for a good price. Another band that I really love, I don't think it gets shown enough, and that is Fleet Foxes. This is their album Crack Up, and just great stuff. It's kind of a minimalist sound for the most part, but they do add a few instruments in some of their songs. It just has, again, great harmonies. Father John Misty originally was part of this band. I think after he left after the first album or something like that. But great album, great band. And last but not least, another great band, kind of in the same vein, but a little more on the experimental side. A lot of people have heard of Animal Collective. I compare this band to them, and that's Grizzly Bear. This one is called Beckatamist. Another great band with great harmonies, but and they've had a few hits like the ones that are off of this album. But for the most part, they kind of have that experimental side to them, kind of an art popish sound. Lots of great harmonies, lots of interesting effects with their instruments and that. And this one is one that I highly recommend. If you haven't got it already, or if you've never heard of them, this is where you should start. All right, that's all that I've got. Go over and check out Lloyd Boon's channel, World of Music 2. Jump in on this contest, watch his contest video so you know exactly what it is he's looking for. And thank you for watching. Talk to you later.